Hey everyone, welcome back. Mr. Antonucci here, and today we're diving into the absolute foundation of AP statistics, how data is born. Now, we're not going to waste time on defining terms from scratch. Instead, we're going to walk through three core examples step by step so you can nail these concepts on your quizzes and exams. We're covering investigative questions, populations versus samples, and observational units versus variables. So let's jump in. First up, we're going to turn everyday curiosity into a valid statistical study. Take a look at this scenario. Two coworkers flip a coin every morning to decide whether to take the highway or back roads to work. After a month, they find the highway saved an average of 4 minutes and 15 seconds. Their conclusion? The highway is faster. The question here is, what is the official investigative question? Well, a strong statistical question can't just ask, is the highway faster today? It needs three things. First, it must reference the population, and here that's all potential commutes for these workers. Second, it must identify the variable, that would be the travel time in this case. And third, it must account for variability between the groups. So our solution is, during all possible morning commutes to the office for these coworkers, is the average travel time when taking the highway route different than the average travel time when taking back roads? Notice how we compare average travel times over all possible visits. That accounts for traffic variability. Now let's talk about the who or what we are studying. Populations versus samples. Remember, the population is the entire group you want to learn about. The sample is the specific group you actually collect data from. So let's look at two mini scenarios. Part A, a quality technician selects 15 smartphones from a batch of 200 made during the morning shift to test screens. Here, the population isn't all smartphones ever made, it's specifically all 200 smartphones produced during that morning shift. The sample is the 15 smartphones actually selected and tested. Now, part B, a film studio surveys 500 ticket buyers exiting theaters nationwide on opening weekend to estimate moviegoer recommendations. The population is all moviegoers who buy tickets opening weekend nationwide. The sample is the 500 ticket buyers surveyed. Now, pro tip, if you get stuck on an AP question, ask yourself, who could have been picked? That's the population. Who was actually picked? That's your sample. Now, for our third example, let's look at how data is organized in a table. Here are the first 5 lines of data from a sample of 40 college students surveyed about their fitness routine. Two key parts to identify are observational units and the variables. First, observational units. These are the rows. Those would be the individual entities measured. Here, that's the first 40 randomly selected undergraduate students. Second is the variables. These are the column headers. These are the characteristics measured on each unit. But the AP exam loves to test if you can classify variables as categorical or quantitative. Categorical variables place individuals into groups like housing status, workout type, dietary restrictions, and preferred time. Quantitative variables are numerical measurements where taking an average makes sense, like age, weekly exercise hours, and number of roommates. But be careful, watch out for the trap. Look at birth month. It's a number like 9 or 4, but it's categorical. Now, why is that? Because finding the average birth month makes no statistical sense here. It's just a numerical label for a category, kind of like your zip code. Now, to recap, investigative questions compare averages and account for variability across a population. Populations are the big picture. Samples are the slice you actually measure. Observational units are your rows, variables are your columns, and watch out for numerical labels pretending to be quantitative variables. Now drop any questions in the comments below and hit that like button if this video helped out. And make sure you subscribe if you want notified when more AP Stats videos drop. I'll see you in the next one.